and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making bacon brown sugar salmon with a side of mac and cheese and mascarpone with potatoes. Hope you enjoy. It's going to be good. Okay, so for this step, we're going to put the salmon in some water to clean it. You know, gotta clean the meat and the fish. So we're going to add some lemon juice to it to get it nice and clean. Some clean water and get all that extra lemon juice off of it. We don't want to leave the lemon juice in it for too long because it's very acidic and we don't want it to cook the salmon more than it should be already. Start with our rub, and we're going to use some garlic powder. You could use as much as you like and as little as you like. It's your preference. And it also depends on how many slices of salmon you actually have. And we're gonna use some minced onion, the dried onion of course. And we're gonna use the star of the show, some brown sugar. And after we do that, we're gonna get some olive oil, and we're gonna do like a paste consistency where you could just spread it across. You just have to eyeball it to see exactly when it becomes a rub. And after we do that, we're just gonna get a spoon and we're gonna mix it together. And of course, if it's too dry, which it actually is too dry, we're gonna add some more EVOO, aka olive oil. And then it should start to become very paste-like. And we don't, like I said again, we don't want it too dry. So, and also to this, you could add some ground ginger. You could add some pepper flakes also to make it extra spicy and more. Okay, so after you added your EVOO and all your extra condiments to your preference and seasonings, your paste should kind of look like this. So after we make our rub for the salmon, we're gonna put some bacon to fry. We're not gonna fry it out all the way to perfection, just enough so that when we blend it, it makes kind of like a paste. Okay, so as you can see, I have my bacon in here, and I'm gonna use about 3 cloves of garlic. And what we're gonna do now is, if you have a food processor, a big one or a fruit chopper, anything will work as long as it purees. And we're gonna blend it consistent. So now that we blend it all together, we should have like a very paste-like consistency, just like that. As you can see, I already placed some of the bacon on top of the salmon, and we're gonna press it down so it's very firm. Okay, and this is gonna be the last one. And like I said before, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, I didn't season the salmon because the bacon and the rub already have salt and a lot of flavor, and pretty much that is all we need. And now I'm gonna place it in the air fryer for about 8 minutes roughly, and I'll let you guys see what it's here. It's the oil that reserved from the bacon for the bacon paste, of course, for the salmon. If you have extra bacon remaining from the salmon, you could also jazz up your mac and cheese, which I'm about to do because I'm making a roux. Okay, and to this I'm adding about 2 tablespoons, roughly 3, and I'm just gonna mix. You don't want it to burn, you just want it to stay like a nice creamy consistency like this. So you keep mixing. And it's okay if you have like a little bit of clumps, aka lumps. That works fine too. And this is what you want. You don't want a burnt roux. because if it's burnt, then it's pretty much no good. And now that I've finished all of the flour, I'm gonna add my heavy cream. And I usually get the Good and Garter brand from Target. It works great. And I'm gonna add to this some half and half, which I also got from Target, but I usually get it from Target, but I use a Trader Joe one just because they didn't have at the time. And now in this bowl right here, I have mixed Mexican, cheddar, and I have mozzarella. One of my favorite combinations, actually. Okay, so if you did the roux like I did, this is what your mac and cheese is gonna look like. Very, very creamy and thick. And now we're gonna add the macaroni to it. So after I got my desired consistency, which is really creamy, I added the macaroni and we're gonna mix it for a few minutes. And then I'm gonna top it off with the bacon. Because my pot right here is oven safe, I'll just top it with the bacon and that I had reserved from earlier, and I'll put it in the oven. So in this pot I have just about a half cup of half and half with butter, and to that I'm gonna add some herb de Provence to it, just a little herb to give the mashed potato a kick, of course. And then I'm gonna add some parsley because everything is better with parsley. So I finished whipping my potatoes, and if you do notice, I have just some chunks in it as well. I didn't whip it all the way completely. I just whipped it enough to have like a good texture, and I leave the chunks for also a little extra texture because whipping it can make it really soft and we really don't need that. So, well, and it also depends on your preference as well. But I totally love the outcome, and now I'm gonna plate it for you guys. This is the end product. I think it's very, very beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this delicious meal, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.